Hello, my dear students of class 8. Hope you are fine at home. I understand due to this present COVID 19 pandemic situation, the condition has made you to put in a worse condition where you cannot attend your school. You are confined at your home. This is not a regular practice that you have ever experienced. For the first time, probably in your life, you have experienced such a tough experience. Yet, things are never at a constant space, or it is not stationary. We need to move on, and as accordingly, we started moving on. Right from April 2020, we started with online module of classes over WhatsApp, and simultaneously we went on moving you, giving you notes and all. Somewhere you felt it to be quite boring writing down all the notes again and again, so it made some activity to be called as boredom. No doubt we were also for the first time into this field where we were imparting education through online module, and as such we also needed to upgrade ourselves. But thing is that a human being has never left anything untraced or unwondered, right? Everywhere, human being every day tries to find out a solution to every sort of problem. No doubt the study have been hampered, regular module has been totally disrupted, but yet we are in a continued process, and we hope in future also we can come up with more avenues. So in order to continue your studies, as I told you that we have been in a continuous process of upgrading your study module, uh, we came up with audio classes, again some video classes, and now more or less every teacher is coming up with video so that your study do not becomes a boredom. It is an overall, though we cannot provide that much of atmosphere as you find normally in your offline module of classes, yet are here you to go on explaining the chapters to our best possible ways. With such an aim, today I am going to start a new chapter of your syllabus. That is chapter 7. All right, chapter 7, the cell. All right. So to talk about the cell, this is something more or less in your day-to-day life you come across the term called cell, which means battery, but obviously it is not that. Here in science, especially concerning to the topic of biology, we are not going to discuss anything related to battery, right? Now we need to find out as what this cell basically is, all right? What is this cell, or where from this word cell has come, what impact it is creating in our life, what we are doing, what thing it is relating to our life that we need to have study about this topic, the cell. To speak about the cell, or rather going to the main part of the cell, let me talk that we the human beings on an everyday basis are leading our lives, isn't it? We are leading our lives, we are undergoing various activities throughout our life. We are eating food, we are walking, we are smiling, we are talking to the people, all right? We are maintaining our regular activities. These are the things that we commonly observe in ourselves. But apart from this, something you should, or it makes us to think about ourselves. Not only concerned about human beings, it is concerned about every living organisms. All right, every living organism. Now to talk about this every living organism, what I mean to say, let me tell you. Now you see, I am talking in front of you all, and at the same time, what I am doing, my breathing process is going on. I had consumed my lunch, I consumed my snacks by the evening, and I had a cup of tea. All this food went into my stomach. All right? And this is in a continuous process of getting digested. A time will come when I will be hungry, and at that time I will require to have food. All right? And very interestingly, while I am talking to you, I am moving my hand. My mouth is continuously moving. All right? My eyes are blinking. My eyes are blinking. All right? And at the same time, while I am talking, I am even swelling my saliva as because the throat might get dried up. All right, my body posture is going on, my bodily movement is still there. All right, everything is just moving on, everything is simply moving on. Now you see what is moving on and what we are doing. This is never at halt. We are in a continuous process of doing such things, right? We are in a continuous process. Now it makes us to think that how this is possible, how this existence is possible. We are a living being. We take birth in this world and we die one day. All right, this is a system that is moving on continuously. All right, this is a system continuously moving on, and we are alive, we are performing, we are thinking. I am talking in front of you, at the same time my brain is working. I had consumed the food, that food has got digested or it is getting digested. The blood flows all through my body. Not only my body, in each and every living organism the blood is flowing. Now how this blood is flowing in my body? All right, it is not at all, it is not that I am talking in front of you all and at that time the blood has stopped circulating. No. Nor it is that I am not inhaling the oxygen and not releasing out the carbon dioxide. I have to inhale the oxygen. Me being a living organism need to inhale the oxygen and exhale out the carbon dioxide continuously without any break. It is not that one fine day I decide that today I shall not continue the process of breathing. It is not possible for us to survive. It is not that for the next 5 days I'll not be consuming anything, even not a single drop of water. Probably we will fall ill and we will be lying on the bed, and the time may happen that we are expired from this earth. It is not possible. So we cannot think of such things. But what makes the things interesting or to be discussed here, I am going to tell you. You see the things that has happened with us. All right, what all things has happened with us? I am talking, I am breathing, I am digesting. All right, I am moving my body, I am thinking. If I am talking, that means my brain is working, right? If I am talking, my brain is working. So definitely the work is going on. I am shaking my hand is moving, and thus the work is going on. All right. So this makes the thing to be very interesting. Now we need to find out. We need to treasure. How is this possible? What is the thing that regulates the basic metabolic activities? Now let me tell you what is this called as metabolic activities. When we talk about metabolic activities, it includes respiration, it includes digestion, the nutrition, circulation of blood, reproduction, and all the essential activities that leads a life. All right, these are called as your metabolic activities. Now we need to think as how is this metabolic activities going on? How is this metabolic activities possible? Who makes this metabolic activities possible for the sustenance of a life? All right, so that is very much important for us to know. And as such, Today I am here to explain you the term cell. Basically, if we talk about the cell, it is the basic unit of life. That means life begins with a cell. Basic unit. Without this, existence of life is not possible on this planet Earth. Alright? And as such, it is called as the basic unit of life. Cell is called as the basic unit of life. Alright? Therefore, now it becomes very much important to know as how it got discovered. Alright? As how it got discovered. So let me tell you that the inception of this term called cell began with the findings of people involved, or rather who were interested in finding out this particular topic or the subject matter called as the cell. Regarding the discovery of cell, alright, regarding the discovery of the cell, this discovery of the cell took place when this man, Robert Hooke, in the year 1665, for the first time found this term cell. Now let me tell you how he found it out. One fine day, Robert Hooke took a bark of a tree. Alright, bark, you understand by the term called as bark, the outer layer of the tree. Alright, and when he took this bark of the tree, and then he brought this bark of the tree and put it under his self-designed microscope. Now let me tell you one of the important facts, that when I say that his self-designed microscope, all of us know regarding the invention of microscope was basically done by Anton van Leeuwenhoek later in 1672. Now if we see here the discovery of the cell, which was possible by Robert Hooke, alright, which was possible by Robert Hooke, was in 1665. That means 7 years prior to the discovery or invention of the microscope. Now thing is that what Anton van Leeuwenhoek discovered, the microscope, it was actually, or rather formally, it can be called as an invention where microorganisms can be seen. Alright, it was the formal invention, but this discovery, that is what is being told as by Robert Hooke, alright, as by Robert Hooke, is something what you know. It is his self-designed microscope. It is his self-designed microscope he had prepared, but that was not a formal invention. So under his self-designed microscope, what Robert Hooke could observe, the bark of the tree appeared to be just like a honeycomb structure. When we talk about honeycomb structure, it means the beehives, alright, beehives, which appeared to be just like a honeycomb structure. It were somewhere in this manner, alright, somewhere in this manner. In this manner, it appeared to be just like this. Now, these were the structures that he could see under his self-designed microscope. And as you can see, that there are small compartments, all right, small compartments, and this small compartment, he named them as cell. So practically what Robert Hooke mentioned the cell was small compartments, all right, small compartments. Now what we talk about small compartments, it is because in Latin cell means small room. Small room in Latin. Alright, in Latin. So in Latin, cell means small room. Alright, in Latin, cell means small room, and thus the discovery of cell took place. But very interesting fact to be wondered is that Robert Hooke specifically mentioned that these are the structures, or rather the small rooms, that can be seen in a living organism. Alright, this sort of structure could be seen in a living organism. In the latter part, he found similar type of structures within the cheek cells. Alright, within the cheek cells also he could find almost similar type of structures. So he mentioned out that all living organism will consist this similar type of structure called as cell. But very interesting to know about the fact is that no practical discovery until next 150 years. But this subject matter didn't have any vivid explanation, or rather there were no more other findings whether this living organism actually consisted of these small compartments or not. Alright, it went on, it was left down for another 150 years. Alright, it was left down for 150 years. Only after 150 years of Robert Hooke's discovery, further studies were conducted regarding the existence of cell in a living body. However, to understand about the cell, that cell is the basic unit of life. Life cannot exist without cell. So in my next video, I shall be telling you about the cell in a much more vivid manner. So watch the video and try to understand what is being explained. Thank you.